Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of my Python tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be covering variables and print and input statements. What was the code that we wrote in the last part? So here I've opened CMD command prompt. So if you want to press the Windows key and R if you're on Windows, then it will say CMD. Just hit OK or enter, and this will pop up. If you're on Mac or Linux, then there should be an application called Terminal. Just click on that and it will get this. Okay, so now you see here it says C users and then the username of this computer. So let me just give you like a mini tutorial of command prompt. So if you type cd followed by the name of the file or by the name of the folder, then you will go into that folder. So desktop. Then if you want to go into a subfolder within that folder, into desktop, then Python. If you had something like Python files maybe, then you would have to wrap the whole thing in quotes because there's a space. But if there's no space, then that's fine. If you accidentally went to a wrong directory, type cd dot dot. If you want to see what's inside a directory, just type dir or dir. It will list everything here. If you're on Mac or Linux, type ls. Here I've installed an add-on which will allow you to execute Linux commands in Windows, so that's why that also works. And if you want to just clear this command prompt, then just type cls or type clear on Mac or Linux. So you can see this Python file here. So we're actually in this Python folders. And when you type code space dot, then it will open Visual Studio Code in this directory. So it will go into C users desktop Python, and then it will just open that folder for you. You'll see something like this. Here I've made a lesson 2.py. This currently has nothing in it, but we are going to see what code. We're just going to take snippets of our code from lesson 1 and then try them out on lesson 2. So here we have and equals input are you new to Python. So we should change the code from last lesson to this. This is slightly different than the code that we wrote in the last lesson. So this print welcome. So what does print do? Well, it's exactly what you would think it does. It will print it, but not like print, not like actual print. I will just display it on the screen. You don't need a printer for this. Okay, so when you hit Control and backtick, then it will open this terminal. It's a CMD here. Just write Python lesson 2.py. It says hello here, and we can actually even run this here because CMD, this is also CMD, it's the same thing. So Python lesson 2.py. It says hello. It's the same thing. And if you just type Python, then it will actually show this Python thing where we can type some stuff. So here we see answer. So this is a variable. Variable is like a container or a box that holds some value, and that value can be in the form of string, which is just some alphanumeric characters. So let's make our variable here. Let's call it variable. equals hello. Now this hello can be in either single or double quotes, but it has to be in some type of quotes because that signifies that it's a string. Because if you type hello without a string, it will think that maybe it's some function or it's some variable. So if you made a variable called hello and then you did print hello, it without quotes, then it would actually print the value of the variable hello. So let's just do print variable here. And let's actually change the value of variables so that we can notice that something changed, otherwise it will be the same program. It's Python lesson2.py. And how I got that so fast, just hit the up arrow key after you've already typed this, and if you hit like up and down, it will go through the list of commands that you typed. And it says hey. And if you have a number like 5 maybe, then you don't need quotes for it, because number or integer is actually a different type of variable. Python, maybe you could do something like variable plus 10 maybe. So 15, because what is variable? Variable is 5. 5 plus 10 is 15. And here we can say 10 is an int. Variable is also an int because 5 is an int. 5 is an int right there. We can multiply it, maybe like 3. 5 times 3 also show 15. Right? You can do divide. So maybe 5 divided by 5. That will just give us 1.0. But let's say I don't want it as a decimal 1.0. By the way, decimals are called floats. So if I call it a float, what I actually mean is a decimal value. So if you put 2 slashes, that means you divide it, and the result is an integer. The reason that by default it's a decimal is because it will divide it till 0. So if you divide it by say 2 and you actually do single slash, it will actually give you 2.5. It will not just divide and leave the remainder. But if you double slash, they'll give you 2. It will just divide and leave the remainder. And if you want the remainder, then you just put this percent sign. It's called the modulo operator. So it'll just give us 1. So this could be used for checking even numbers. So if you do anything modulo 2, if the answer is 1, then that means that the number is odd. So in this case here, there was variable equals 5, and modulo gave us 1, so that means 5 is odd. But if I have 4, it will give us, it'll just give us 0, that means it's even. Okay, so we saw what variables are, how to do math. Okay, so let's see, why is there double equals here? And why is it, yes, right like that. Okay, so the reason there's double equals and not single equals is because single equals is this, and double equals is used to check equality. A variable equals 2 times 2. So see, this variable is 4. Double equal 2, which means does 4 equal 2 by 2. So let's see, it will give us true. And if you want to use true or false, which are called booleans by the way, make sure to type true and false with a capital T. That's true. It's becoming blue. That means that it's a reserved word in Python. So That means you can keep your variable name true. Okay, so let's say you want to have like little hints about what your code means, or let's say you want to ignore some code and want to try some other code, then just put a hashtag. This is called a comment. Let's say answer equals true. So that means it will return true. Maybe you could just write true for short, something like that. Also, if you want to check if something is not equal to, then you can just do that. Not equal to, right? And okay, now let's just go to input. So input will just take input from the user. Let's say name equals input, or maybe you can just use single equals, enter your name. And the reason I put a space here, just see in a second, so let me just remove the space and do something like print hello plus name. So what does this do? So hello plus, how can you add hello and name together? You can only add numbers together, right? Well, yeah, but we can also add strings in Python. So we'll just combine the two strings together. So hello plus name. So let's take an example. A plus B, it will give you AB. So that's why string and number types are different. If you had a string and its value was 5, and then you had another string that was also 5, if you do string 5 plus string 5, you get string 55. But if you do number 5 plus number 5, you just get 10. Okay, so let's run this. So when I go type my name, see that there's no space here, so that's not good. And also this is just mixed up, so let me just add a space here and a space here, and just save. So when there's a dot there, that means it's unsaved. So now when I enter my name, I just say hello like that. You can even have multiple pluses like that. You can even multiply strings. So if you do A times 3, you get A. So hello times 3 is hello, 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 like that. Okay, so if statements we're going to be going over in the next video, because this video is already getting kind of long. I thought maybe something short and sweet, like maybe 5, or maybe regular videos like 10, but I see this is getting more than 10 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like this video and share it with your friends so that they can learn something new too. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss my next video, and bye.